Okay, so let me tell you the story of a man who worked the night shift at a lonely gas station on the side of a highway. The gas station sat alone on the side of a dark highway. At night, the neon sign buzzed and flickered, the only light for miles. Inside, James sat at the counter with a mug of cheap coffee. He worked the night shift here, night after night, watching the empty road, waiting for someone, anyone, to stop by. He knew every sound this place made. The hum of the freezer, the rattle of the vents, the click of the lights when the clock hit 2. But tonight, it all felt different. Too quiet. Almost like the air outside was holding its breath. At 1:43 a.m., the bell above the door rang. James jumped up, ready to see a traveler or a truck driver come in. But the door opened, and no one walked inside. It slowly shut again, letting in a cold breeze that made the papers on the counter flutter. James frowned. "Hello? Anyone there?" Silence. He checked the glass, but no one was there. Just the pumps glowing under the pale lights. He locked the door, muttering to himself, "Wind. It's just the wind." But a few minutes later, he heard it. Footsteps. Slow, heavy, crunching gravel outside. He leaned close to the window and froze. Someone was standing at pump number 3. The figure was tall, unmoving, facing the store. James whispered, "What the hell?" The lights outside flickered, buzzing louder. For a moment, the figure was gone. Then, when the light steadied, it was closer. Now between pump 3 and 4, staring. James's chest tightened. He grabbed the store phone, pressing it to his ear. Come on, pick up." But the line was dead, only static. The figure began walking toward the door. James backed away. "No, stay out there. Don't come in." The lights flickered again, once, twice. Then, the figure vanished. He ran to the back room and locked the door. The store felt heavy, too quiet, like something else was in there with him. He sat behind the counter, staring up at the row of security monitors. On the grainy screen, the figure appeared again. Pump number 2 this time. James leaned closer. The camera showed its face, or what should have been a face. It was blurred, stretched, twisted like wet paint. 2 dark holes where eyes should be stared into the lens. James's voice shook. "Oh God, what are you?" The cameras flickered, then filled with static. When they came back, the figure was closer. Pump 4, then pump 3, then pump 2, and then inside the store. Right behind the counter, James spun around. Nothing. Empty air. But he whispered, "I can feel you. I know you're here." He grabbed his flashlight and started down the aisles. The shelves of snacks looked normal, but then his beam caught something near the bathroom door. A red streak, wet and shiny, smeared across the tile. His throat went dry. No. The streak led into the bathroom. James swallowed hard and pushed the door open. The room was empty, but the sink was dripping red water. Each drop echoed like a clock ticking. He turned to run out, but something in the mirror made him stop. The reflection showed him standing there, but behind him, in the glass, was the figure. James's lips trembled. "Don't turn around. Don't turn around." When he blinked, the figure in the reflection was gone. Only his pale, shaking face stared back. He stumbled out of the bathroom. The bell above the door jingled again. James froze. The front door was wide open, swinging in the wind. He looked outside. The highway was empty, but on the ground, leading away from the pumps, were footprints. Deep, heavy prints pressed into the gravel. James whispered, I shouldn't follow." But his feet moved forward anyway, like something was pulling him. The night was colder than before. His flashlight flickered, barely holding on. The prints led him behind the station, into the dark, where the lights didn't reach. And there it was. The figure, standing with its back to him. James's voice cracked. "What do you want from me?" The figure turned its head, not its body, just its head. It twisted all the way around, the dark holes of its eyes locking onto him. James stumbled back, dropping the flashlight. The beam rolled, shining across the ground. And there he saw more. Dozens of footprints. Not one figure. Many, all around the station, closing in. James bolted back inside, slamming the door shut. "No, stay out!" The bell jingled again before it could latch. Then, the lights went out. The phone crackled with static, louder now, filling the whole room. It wasn't just noise, it sounded like voices, whispering, hissing from the other side. James covered his ears. "Stop, leave me alone." But deep inside, he already knew. The gas station wasn't just a stop on the highway, it was a trap, a hunting ground. And he wasn't just working the night shift, he was the bait. The last thing James heard, before everything went black, was the bell above the door, ringing one final time. Now you should subscribe and like this video if you have reached here.